What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the garage. Today we are going to take a look at the parking lot sale ad that Harbor Freight dropped yesterday. It begins on Monday, August 15th for Inside Track Club members. Everybody can take advantage of it starting on Friday, August 19th. So let's hop into it and take a look and see what we've got going on. So here is the front page. And as you can see here at the top, Monday, August 15th, Inside Track Club members get access to these deals through Thursday the 18th. Then Friday the 19th, everyone can take advantage of the deals through August the 21st. So first things up, we've got the liquidation sale, and this is all your open box, scratch and dent, returns, and clearance items that are additionally marked down. That's going to vary store to store, so you have to go to yours and check it out. Usually you can find some pretty good deals there, though, if you're looking for kind of whatever is a deal. You're not looking for anything too specific. And on the front page here, we've got the Flux 125 welder that will be on sale for $119.99. And this is not a good deal. This is an older machine. The titanium Flux 125 is a much better option if you're looking for something you can get from Harbor Freight. Otherwise, check out some of my other videos for some other recommendations that are a better value. Big thing I'm excited about are gloves being back down to $5-ish a box. $5.99 for a box of 100 gloves. We haven't seen that in years. So I'm going to go probably stock up on a couple boxes of those. And you've got your magnetic tool holders for $2.99. Always handy to have around. And on the next page here, the big thing I saw on this page is the Predator 6.5 horse engine. So normally this is $160. It'll be on sale for $119.99. So if you've got something that needs an engine replaced, or you've got a project in mind that you need an engine for, this would be the time to buy it. The days of $100 Harbor Freight Predator engine are over. It hasn't been that way in quite a while. So $119, still not a bad price for a 6.5 horse engine. You're not going to find that value anywhere else but Harbor Freight at this point. So over here, we've got the Apache waterproof case. If you're looking for a case for your camera gear or something along those lines, $34.99 is not a bad deal on that. When we get into the welding stuff here, the big takeaway from the welding stuff is going to be the Vulcan flux core welding wire. So this used to normally be $15 a 2-pound spool. It's gone up to $21.99, and a lot of your other quality welding wire is around $20 per 2 pounds at this point. So $15.99 on these is a great deal. If you do a lot of flux core welding, it wouldn't hurt to grab a spool or two to keep it in the garage. That's good on .030 and .035 wire. The other thing is this little welding cart. So it's on sale for $34.99, and this cart is sold by a few different companies rebranded. I have a version of this cart that I got from Menards, and it's a really nice cart. You're not going to build this thing for $45, let alone $35. So on mine, I have the TIG-205 sitting up at the top here. On the bottom shelf, I've got my Warfox plasma cutter. And then this middle shelf, I kind of keep just all the odds and ends in plastic cases, like all my extra TIG cups and things like that on this middle shelf. And then, of course, it can hold 2 bottles on the back, and it's got chains for those. So that's a good value for $35. Definitely check that out if you're getting into welding or you have a machine and don't have a cart for it. The next thing I want to cover on this page is going to be, believe it or not, the solar panel. So this is a 100-watt monocrystalline solar panel, and $100 is a good deal on this. I bought one for our chicken coop that runs a few things in there, and will run my chicken coop command center once I get that set up. It's a 100-watt panel, more than enough to run some small things. Now, the one thing to keep in mind is that you still need a charge controller on top of the price of the panel. I personally would not buy Harbor Freight's charge controller. It's a very basic controller with just some indicator lights on it. If you go on Amazon, you can find some nicer charge controllers. I'll leave a link to the one I use below. It's got an LCD screen and gives you actual readouts versus just indicator lights, so you know exactly what's going on. But the panel itself, good deal for $99. So you've also got the 20-ton H-frame press for $199 in this ad. And that's not a bad price on a 20-ton press. Just keep in mind that this is still the manual press, and you're going to be pumping this jack quite a bit while you're using it. So another good thing to look at if you're interested in building your own press is the air over hydraulic 20-ton bottle jack. This is what I used on the press I made. You can hook up your air compressor here so it does all the work, but you do still have the handle that you can use for fine adjustments, or if you're not by the compressor or something along those lines. It's on sale for $109 in this ad, and that is a great price. I paid like $125 or $130 for mine last year when I built my press. So definitely look into that if you're looking to build a press. Over here, we've got the Bauer 20-volt cordless 18-gauge brad nailer, $84.99. That's a great price on a brad nailer if you need one that is cordless. If you're in this line, I am not in this line and I already have a brad nailer. But just for comparison's sake, my Porter cable brad nailer was $200, and that came with a battery. However, I'm sure you can come in well under $200 for the Bauer with a battery. Then you do have some good deals on some rubber air hose, 50-footer for $17.99 here, and $11.99 for a 25-footer. I don't know that I would use these necessarily as a main air hose. However, they are handy to keep around if you need to extend your reach a little bit. And at, $12 for an extra 25 feet, you can wrap it around the handle of your compressor or keep it nearby and only grab it when you need it. Flap discs. Now, flap discs at Harbor Freight are a pain point for me, as you saw in my other video. I think they're overpriced for being a Harbor Freight flap disc. These Bauer ones are on sale for $4.99 in this ad. If you go to Benchmark Abrasives, you can get them for about $2.50 a piece if you buy a 10-pack. So keep that in mind. If you need one or two in a pinch, that's fine. But if you can buy 10 at a time, you can definitely save on those. In the last page here, there are one or two things I do want to cover. This little screwdriver set, this Pittsburgh Comfort Grip screwdriver set, would be a super nice set for someone who's just getting started and building their tool collection, or the new homeowner. Also would be great if you want something you can keep on your workbench within easy reach, if you like to tinker with things like electronics and that sort of thing, because not only does this have your full-size screwdrivers, in the center here it's got some precision screwdrivers as well as some hex keys and some little nut drivers, all in a nice little stand where everything's easy to access and easy to see. Now, this isn't a screwdriver set you want to be prying things apart with and that sort of thing, but for $19.99, getting that many screwdrivers in a nice set with the holder that you can set somewhere and always have them within reach is a great deal, in my opinion. The Pittsburgh tap and die set's on sale for $16.99. I'd steer clear of this one. There's no way that a tap and die set that cheap can be anything fantastic. Maybe if you're only tapping aluminum pieces or something like that, it'd be worthwhile. But if you're going to be using these on steel, especially thick steel, these are not going to stand the test of time. If you're looking for some toolbox organization, you've got the socket trays, the 3-piece socket trays for $19.99 from US General. These are great and they work well. My only gripe with them is the fact that you have to put them in a tall, a deeper drawer. And then you're using that deeper drawer on sockets and ratchets versus some bigger tools. So keep that in mind. If that's not a big deal to you, then this is a great buy. However, for me, this wouldn't work out. I have my sockets in a shallow drawer, so I use the little rails that they just clip into versus these stem style ones. And of course, you've got zip ties, $1.99 for a 100-pack. So if you're going there for something else, always grab a bundle or two of those. Never hurts to have more zip ties around. So that's gonna about do it for me on this ad. I covered the deals I thought were the best out of this ad. Now, there are some other things in here that may be a good deal that I didn't cover, so look at the ad for yourself. And as always, we will see you next time.